welcome back. This is Rich again with an exclusive YouTube video blog. Tonight's YouTube video blog will be an updated of a sorry about that. Will be an update on a bucket list for 2023. I did a bucket list in 2017, but unfortunately, none of those things that I put on the bucket list were achieved 6 years ago. But, you know, I'm still trying, and I'm going to add 10 more things to the bucket list 2023. But first, these messages. Don't forget to listen to Crystal's Time Machine each and every Friday and Saturday night from 9 to 11 p.m. on WCAP 980, where everybody gets it. She plays oldies music. And if you can't catch the show live, listen to the podcast exclusively on archive.org. Goes back to October 2015. Follow Crystal on various social media websites on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And say hello to Broadway Pizza of Lowell, Massachusetts, the official sponsor of Crystal's Time Machine. And if you say the promo code Crystal's Time Machine, $2 off your meal. And now back to the video blog. Okay, in January of 2017, I did a bucket list for a Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter video. It's in the archives. I watched it this afternoon. I don't watch old video blogs, and I had a list of 10 things I wanted to accomplish before my life is over. Unfortunately, none of them have came true as of this recording, but I'm keep trying, and I'm adding 10 more things to this bucket list, and this is in no particular order now. One of the things I would love to get accomplished that's on my bucket list is to visit every library in the Merrimack Valley Library Consortium, also known as the MVLC. So far, I've visited Billerica Public Library, and also the Burlington Public Library, and Paulet Memorial Library, that's in Lowell, Massachusetts, the Chelmsford Public Library, the Wilmington Public Library, and the Tewksbury Public Library. So I visited 6 libraries in the MVLC. I hope to visit all 35 of them, maybe one of these days, but some are very far away. Also, another thing that I want on my bucket list, that I'm adding to my bucket list, is riding every MBTA commuter rail line from start to finish. So far, I rode all of the MBTA commuter rail lines on the North Station branches, Partial-Way, the Wachusett one. I went as far as Brandeis Roberts one time, and the Lowell line I've ridden all from Lowell to Boston. Also, the Haverhill Reading line I rode as far as North Wilmington, and the Rockport Newburyport one I've ridden as far as Salem, Massachusetts. I think I only sorry about that. One time I rode the South Station one, but as far as Ruggles to South Station back in 2002, but don't know what line that came out of. that I was riding either Providence, Stoughton, or Franklin Forge Park or Needham Branch. Don't know which one. And I want to ride all of them from start to finish. And with $10 weekend commuter rail, which is unlimited, that could be a possibility. Number 8, no. Another thing that I'm adding to my bucket list is to take the Down Easter Amtrak train to Brunswick, Maine, and back from North Station. I have never ridden the Down Easter train since it's been up and running in 2001. Another thing I'm adding to my bucket list is to go to Encore Casino in Everett, Massachusetts, Encore Boston Harbor. I've never been there since it opened in 2019. I'm not much of a gambler, but I want to just see around there and maybe place a bet on a sports game. I'm not a better, but hey, it's just betting one thing's not going to hurt. Also, another thing I'm adding to the bucket list is me going to SeaWorld in Orlando, Florida. When I went to Orlando, Florida, and back in 2010, I didn't visit SeaWorld, but I went to Universal Studios and Disney World. And I didn't even meet Julie Broughton when I went to Orlando, Florida back in 2010. I didn't know who she was back in 2010. Also, another thing that I'm adding to my bucket list is to visit the Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota, which used to be Metropolitan Stadium. And I better go out there and visit the Mall of America right now because malls are becoming an endangered species. More and more malls are losing their anchor stores and being turned into either condos or office parks or entertainment centers, whatever. Also, another thing that I'm adding to my bucket list is to ride all MBTA bus routes. And with the Charlie card, I think I've ridden about maybe 10 to 20% of the MBTA bus routes. This was when I regularly went into Boston. And that's another goal of mine to do that. And that's also on the bucket list. Also on my bucket list is to start my own podcast. And most likely, I'm thinking a few ideas. Maybe do a podcast about sports or weather and have guests on it. Another thing that I'm going to be putting on the bucket list is to have lunch at the 99s with Betsy Quedor, Bobby Ackroyd, and Dickie Ackroyd, either at the one at 672 Boston Road in Billerica, Massachusetts, or the 160 Middlesex Turnpike in Billerica, Massachusetts. But problem is, I haven't seen them on a regular basis for several years, and it might be a little bit impossible because they have families and they might not have the open availability. But yeah, still keep trying because you never know. And finally, the thing that the last thing I'm adding to this bucket list is to meet my favorite TV female meteorologist from West Palm Beach, Florida, Sandra Shaw, and also my favorite TV female meteorologist from Minneapolis, St. Paul, Lisa Meadows of WCCO. And actually, I've been meeting a few semi-famous people from the Boston area that are on television, like 20 Kenzeri, or she's called 20 Casey now of NBC Sports Boston. I met Mike Wonkum a couple of times, who's a weeknight meteorologist for WCVB Channel 5 in Boston, and I also met Matt Noyce, chief meteorologist of NBC 10, and I also met former NBC Sports anchor and currently the play-by-play announcer of the Sacramento Kings on NBC Sports California, Kyle Draper, and I've also met WCVB traffic reporter Katie Thompson. So who knows? Maybe I will meet Sandra or Lisa one of these days. Hey, you have to think big. And that's about it. And thank you for all your support, comment, and I'll talk to you again soon.